This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
We begin with a Storm Team 6 alert day. Heavy rainfall on the south side of Indianapolis marks yet another wet day in central Indiana. Good evening. I'm Rafael Sanchez. We begin at the Storm Team 6 Tracking Center with Chief Meteorologist Kevin Gregory. Kevin, it seems like it's raining every single day.
8 out of the last 9, a trace or more of rain. And what you had down in Greenwood was a brief downpour compared to what I'm going to show you over portions of Sullivan and Vigo counties. In Morgan County, just to the southwest of Indy, there's a downpour, and then southeast of Indy, but I'm going to focus right here. You can see this little ribbon of heavy rainfall. Put a little box there, and then this takes us back 3 hours. And look, just sitting there, raining over the same spots. 2 to 4 inches of rain has fallen. Flash flood warning in effect as a result. One little area broke away and rolled through Greene County, through Bloomfield, Linton, Worthington, and that's what's headed south and east toward Bedford. There is a flash flood warning in effect just north of Sullivan, then into southern Vigo County. That's until 8:30. I think that will be extended because of the heavy rain that continues. Here's a developing thunderstorm with very heavy rainfall right over Martinsville. Then we come to the southeast, already rolled through Shelbyville. Between Shelbyville and Rushville, that line of storms is just passed, and it will move southeast on I-74 toward Greensburg, and then eventually Batesville. Temperatures in the area, 73 in Indianapolis, 79 in Bloomington. And as we go tonight into the morning hours, look, another batch of thunderstorms arriving by 11 p.m. We'll show you where that sits right now and take you through the overnight hours coming up.
And we'll keep an eye on that. Kevin, thank you so much. It's been 2 days since that devastating tornado in Pendleton in Madison County. And we're hearing stories from people who lost a lot, but also have a lot to be thankful for. That includes one family whose 13-year-old daughter sounded the alarm before they realized that they were in the path of danger. Amaya Thompson looked out the window of her home and saw the tornado coming. She told her mom and other family members about it, but at first, they were skeptical.
I was yelling that there was a tornado coming, and she didn't believe me, and my uncle was laughing at me, and then they looked out the window, and they all said, start running to the laundry room.
And so you notified them?
Yeah, because I was scared, and I kept on looking out the window, because I knew it was going to happen.
When it struck, it did damage to their home, their fence, trampoline, and a neighbor's barn. Because of Amaya's warning, no one was hurt. That's the good news. Dozens answered the call for help today as Pendleton continues to clean up after that severe storm. By noon, more than 119 people had shown up to volunteer, removing debris and trees from around homes and businesses. They had their own special reasons for stepping forward.
I am one who loves serving other people. It is what I feel like I am called to do. And so for me, serving others is just coming out and doing these type of things whenever I am able to.
I just like to give back to the community. You know, the community always gives people so much, and it's just good to help out the people that you see every day in the grocery store, you know, and just help clean up their houses and stuff.
The Red Cross shelter in Pendleton has been moved to Pendleton Christian Church. It's located on the 1100 block of South Pendleton Street. This shelter will remain open until further notice. The Red Cross will provide food, snacks, and water while that shelter is open. New at 7, a new attempt to improve safety on those duck boats. A duck boat tragedy killed 17 people, including 9 members of an Indianapolis family last July in Missouri. Indiana Congressman Andre Carson has reintroduced new legislation that would step up regulations on those water vehicles. Among the improvements, requiring all passengers to wear a life vest while the duck boat is in the water.
We must act now to update safety standards on these vessels to prevent future deaths. I'll work tirelessly to pass this bill in honor of the Coleman family and all who have perished as related to duck boats. We owe it to them and our loved ones to turn this tragedy into life-saving action.
Tonight we are hearing from Tia Coleman, who survived the accident and lost 9 relatives in the boating disaster. She released this statement to RTV6, saying in part, no other family should ever have to deal with the horrors of losing their loved ones in such a horrific way. Disturbing allegations tonight as a Franklin teenager and her mother file a lawsuit against the school system. They accuse the district of failing to stop bullying. This lawsuit identifies the 14-year-old girl with the initials RN as being autistic as well as having ADHD. According to the lawsuit filed this month, she endured 4 years of severe and pervasive verbal and physical harassment by fellow students. RN says in those documents that she was teased, kicked, punched, hit, and told that she would die. RN attempted suicide several times, we're told. The lawsuit alleges when RN's parents brought up concerns, school administrators and staff said that RN was overreacting and suggested she attend half days or be homeschooled.
No one seemed to take it seriously. There were meetings with school administrators up to and including the principal. There were phone calls, there were emails back and forth, and nothing seemed to really get the school's attention, even when she was hospitalized.
The lawsuit alleges the district discriminated against her because of her disability and was negligent for failing to investigate the harassment and failing to take action against the perpetrators. Tonight, Franklin Community School Superintendent David Clendenning released a statement to RTV6 saying, in part, the school district attorney is reviewing the lawsuit and all questions should be redirected to the attorney. New at 7, Mayor Joe Hogsett unveils a new proposal to help fix Indianapolis roads. At tonight's State of the City address, Hogsett proposed creating a regional infrastructure fund that Marion County and the 8 other surrounding counties would pay into. That money would then be distributed back out to the counties based on how much road maintenance needs there is. Hogsett's proposal has a long way to go, including approval from the state lawmakers. In the end, it could help Indianapolis get the funding it needs to address its road issues.
Any solution for Marion County's infrastructure problems must include help from all who routinely use that infrastructure.
Indianapolis officials say the plan could generate as much as $100 million in annual road funding. For a full breakdown of that proposal and how it would work, read the story tonight on the RTV6 app. Here's a traffic alert you need to know about if you are Indy-bound this Friday. Check this out. INDOT says I-65 northbound will be closed from I-465 to the South Split where you connect with I-70. That begins at 9 a.m. on Friday and reopens on Monday, June the 3rd at 6 a.m. Then at 9 p.m., Interstate 65 northbound will be closed from the South Split to the North Split and will also reopen on Monday. The verdict is in life in prison without parole for the man who killed Boone County Deputy Jacob Pickett. Anthony Bumgard avoided a trial and a possible death sentence by pleading guilty. Bumgard shot Deputy Pickett back in March of 2018 during a foot chase. Bumgard later told reporters he felt no remorse for killing the deputy. The widow of an Indiana man shot and killed by a state trooper along a highway has taken a step toward filing a civil lawsuit. The Lafayette Journal and Courier reports that Gloria Wrightsell's attorney recently filed a tort claim, which is a sign she may sue over 56-year-old Glenn Wrightsell's death. Police say that Indiana State Trooper Daniel Organ shot Glenn Wrightsell on December the 28th along US 231 north of Crawfordsville. Wrightsell allegedly failed to follow those troopers' orders and is accused of grabbing a handgun on his own waist. The notice gives the government agencies, including Indiana State Police, 90 days notice before they can be sued. New tonight, Greenfield police are looking for 2 men who almost robbed a store today. The men took off in this vehicle after the robbery attempt. It failed. Now, this happened around 10:30 this morning at the AT&T store on North State Street. Employees saw the men approaching and noticed one of them was carrying a gun. The quick-thinking employees, they escaped from another entrance. The men never got inside the store, left the scene without getting any money or merchandise. If you recognize this vehicle, a silver Nissan Versa, call Greenfield police right away. A disappointing surprise today for fans of the Red Bull Air Race. It will not be returning to the Indianapolis Motor Speedway, and the whole series is actually shutting down. A release posted on the Red Bull website said that the company has decided to not run the championship beyond this year. The last race will be in September. The race at IMS was scheduled for October, so fans who already purchased tickets for that race, you will receive refunds. Still to come on the news at 7, Uber users, listen up. Your ride request, it could be rejected. We'll explain how the company will determine if you won't get picked up. Kevin?
More thunderstorms and an additional severe weather threat later tonight. We'll let you know where that's coming from and pinpoint a dry stretch in the 7-day forecast.
Only on RTV6 News.
This is RTV6 News at 7, working for you.
3 simple letters could add up to big trouble for a Florida science teacher. She didn't just give a student's assignment an F, she gave it a WTF. Most of you know what those letters stand for, but if you don't, I can't say it on television because it's too vulgar. The student's mom saw the letters on that paper, and she was not happy about it.
To see WTF, what is this, basically, is this, there's no credit. It wasn't anything about not getting the credit. It was more so the language about what they're writing to a student. That was very inappropriate and not acceptable for a teacher whatsoever.
That mom wants the teacher to be reprimanded at the very least. The school officials say they're taking the necessary steps to deal with the incident. They say they've spoken with the teacher regarding appropriate classroom conduct. Now at 7, Uber passengers, be warned. You could lose access to the ride-sharing service if your rating is too low. The service says it will start denying riders access to its services if they have a significantly below average rating, and that includes access to Uber Eats. Riders will receive several notifications before their account is deactivated. The company will also suggest ways to fix their ratings, like being polite and not leaving trash inside of that Uber vehicle. Spellers, they juggle a lot at the Scripps Spelling Bee, from nerves to studying to trying to make new friends. Corey Rangel found one speller who decided to keep going despite some devastating news.
12-year-old Chloe Na made it to her first Scripps National Spelling Bee.
I don't know what words are going to be there, so we're just trying to become well-rounded and look through the dictionary.
One word she's familiar with, perseverance.
We study every day for, I would try, several hours.
But after she got here, she received some news that's hard to put into words. Her grandfather, one of her biggest fans, died from a heart condition.
I think he would be proud. He was always there to support us for every spelling bee.
Chloe's mother, Denise, says the family decided to stay and compete because they know that's what the grandfather would have wanted.
He was very excited. He would text me, call me when we were taking our spelling bee, so I'm so happy that he got to know the good news.
While Chloe did not end up making it to the finals, she's proud of what she accomplished and happy the pressure is off until next year.
I'm going to practice again in a few months. I'm not going to start right now. And I'm going to try to do the nationals next year.
An outlook she hopes will make her grandfather proud. I'm Corey Rangel reporting.
And tonight, 50 spellers are ready to advance to the finals tomorrow. There's just one Hoosier left on that list. 11-year-old Pravnav Shandar is from Newburgh. He's a 6th grader at Castle North Middle School. Let's all wish him all the very best as he stands up for all of us here in Indiana. Time now to check your forecast. Kevin Gregory, will we ever get a chance to mow our lawns? They're going to be the greenest lawns in America, the way this is looking.
And it may take a little while. You have to move a little slower. The rain today has been targeted. In other words, most of us haven't seen rain, but where it rains, it pours, and that changes everything. The risk for any severe storms tonight, pretty expansive. All of the viewing area will inherit another area of storms from the southwest. Flooding certainly an issue. These have been slow-moving storms, and we have already got saturated ground in spots. High winds and large hail also threats. Can't rule out an isolated tornado, but that's not been the history with these storms so far today, at least in Illinois or Missouri. To the south and west, I'm showing you this view, Arkansas into Missouri. There's a thunderstorm watch into Illinois for this batch of storms, lifting to the north and east. That will be here about the time we start the late news or closer to midnight. As you look at central Indiana, nothing happening north of Interstate 70. That will change overnight. The heavy rainfall has been sitting between Terre Haute and Sullivan for a couple of hours now. That's why 2 to 3 inches of rain has fallen there. this area of thunderstorms now. The lightning starting to drop out. We'll go through Greensburg, Batesville, head toward Brookville Reservoir as it moves to the south and east. Rain cooled 69 degrees in Terre Haute. You were at 83 just 3 hours ago. Temperature 73 in Indy. 11 o'clock tonight, there's the new batch of thunderstorms with heavy rainfall, the isolated tornado threat, but mainly, I think, damaging wind and large hail would be greater risks along with heavy rainfall. 1 o'clock in the morning, that area is pushed to the east. Then we'll see kind of scattered thunderstorm activity. Periods of rain again during the day tomorrow. We'll be in the mid-70s. The wind will change, come out of the west-northwest. That will begin the process of drying us out, at least for a little bit. High temperatures tomorrow, mid to upper 70s. Between 1 and 7 o'clock, isolated thunderstorms once again popping up. We're dry Friday. Chance for thunderstorms Saturday, and then look, 3 days in a row, maybe more, where we stay dry. And temperatures comfortably in the 70s with overnight lows in the low to mid 50s. That's something to look forward to.
Kevin, thank you so much. Coming up, cracking the code to the jobs of the 21st century. A place open to teach the language of the future and the jobs on the other side. Plus, new jobs opening up as a global company expands right here in central Indiana. How to get in on that work ahead in our Hiring Hoosiers report only on RTV6.
IndyZoo.com.
Hiring Hoosiers is all about connecting you to employment opportunities and training that can help you land that job. And this week, we're focusing on technology and the thousands and thousands of open jobs in that industry right here in Indiana. RTV6's Meredith Barrick reports on a Fisher's company looking to provide the training that is in high demand.
As a young mother, Autumn Henderson wanted to find a career that she was passionate about and that would pay the bills.
I was really worried, honestly, for a long time. My parents were gracious enough to let me stay with them while I kind of figured some things out. And that was when my sister told me about 1150 down here.
1150 is a 12-week immersion program where students learn how to program computers in JavaScript, .NET, and Python.
In 12 weeks, they're able to graduate and get a job, usually within the first 2 months, that pays $50,000 to $70,000. Many of them are starting at $70,000.
Jones says within 3 to 5 years, those coders can be making six-figure salaries.
There's a screaming need for coders nationwide, and in particular in Indiana with all of these new tech companies. Our tallest building in the state is Salesforce. You have Infosys taking over the terminal of the airport. You have all these startup companies. We have a robust and rich environment of technology here, and we need talent.
So what does it take to be a coder? Good problem solving and logic skills. Autumn is proof. Coding led her to a paid internship, then back to 1150 to teach. All of this happening in just the last 9 months.
It's liberating. It feels like there was a door that was closed to a lot of people who didn't have a college degree or who didn't have the right background. And now a lot of them have that opportunity. We have that foot in the door that we didn't have before. We have those skills, the confidence, not just that we can code, but that we believe we can code and code well.
That was Meredith Barrick reporting. Tuition for 1150 is around $13,000, but a number of scholarships are available. It is also approved to accept the GI Bill fund, so veterans can attend for free. Now, since we first shared the story with you back in December, 1150 says 147 new students have enrolled. They're also offering a new cybersecurity program, which includes international certification and is more IT focused. If you're interested in any of the trainings 1150 offers, just head to our website, hiringhoosiers.com, and search for the story. We also have a link to the information about their courses. All of that and much more is posted right there on our website. Still ahead, an expansion in central Indiana means more jobs for you. The big growth and the kinds of jobs available, details next. That story and another check of your weather coming up right here on RTV6. What a beautiful sunset in central Indiana tonight.
Furniture and Mattress Store, Ashley Home Store.
A global automotive parts supplier is expanding and bringing new positions to Delaware County. Magna Powertrain of America is investing over $9 million to expand its Muncie location on Cowan Road. The company will be adding 50 new full-time jobs to its existing workforce of 461 employees. That expansion expected to be complete next year sometime. Kevin?
Before I say something very familiar, let me just say Sunday through Tuesday should be dry.
Okay.
Okay, now let's talk about more rain in progress and expected tonight. The heavier downpours have been between Terre Haute and Sullivan. More rain will come into that area. 2 to 4 inches is already fallen. Flash flood warning there. Greensburg will get some heavy rain, as well as Brookville. Temperatures will stay mild.
All right. Thank you, Kevin, for all the rain. And thank you for making RTV6 your choice for news. Our next newscast tonight at 11. Good night.